Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 9. Motion. 45 the mark.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
He's checking. Crash. Check 3. Check. Lucky.
And now it's Rosen looking. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. He may try and run for this. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now they'll run it on the toss. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. A 3rd down gain of 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. 8, read. Come, baby. Woo!
2nd and 11. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Zoom, fellas. Let's go. 58's the money. 58's the money.
Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
At the 3-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine.
Let's go.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From the 40 now on second down. Rosen, and his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Makes the score Niners 31.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jannard Avery picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Rosen will throw. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
25, check 25, check 25. We got it.
Now it's Rosen. And he's got it complete to Anderson. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Let's go one more. Quick down.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Hey, quarter. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Defense wins championships, baby. Check alert. Hey, Charlie. Check 13. Switch.
Here's Rosen. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Lions on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
51 to Mike, boy, 51.
To throw is Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20. Not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike 50. Go. So don't say nothing. Hey, check Mike 50.
2nd and 13. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And the 49er first down.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up,
First
guys.
and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready, go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the... .45 in enemy territory.
That's another 49er first down.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Okay, ready? March 34. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. Echo. 34's the Mike. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check him. Check him. Yeah. Mike 34. Mike 34. Scoop. Come on. Foxtrot.
2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Quinton Dunbar with a pick. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing again on second down. Rosen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, Detroit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Rosen. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Paul Richardson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Everson Griffin has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Hey, check. Hard. 50. Wow. All day. I'm coming after you. 80 weapon. Fresno. Hey. Check three. Slam. Switch it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Complete. Smith has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme. Get a little bit more.
This is caught at the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Again, it's Jones. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the 49ers, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist.